Yeah, Brenden, I was curious, do you feel more comfortable at safety than wide receiver? And what do you feel like you've done to win the starting job at safety?
Yeah, I definitely feel more comfortable at safety than I do receiver. I loved playing receiver. Don't get me wrong; it's pretty fun scoring touchdowns. But out of high school, I was recruited as a safety, so just played defense all of my high school career with a little sprinkled in receiver. Um, but yeah, so I love playing safety. I feel super comfortable back there. And what I think that I've done to put myself in this position is just work hard and have faith that things will happen if you work hard and you trust the process and you come in with that, blue lunch pail, blue collar work ethic every day.
Chuck, go ahead.
Yeah, Brenden. Last year, I'm sure at times in practice you were catching passes from both Casey and Hudson, and I was just wondering from that standpoint. Now you're defending them. What does each bring to the table? Give me just a short scouting report on what you've seen from them.
Both quarterbacks are awesome. I mean, I'm super blessed that they're on our team. Can't be more thankful for that. And I think both of them have a great arm. Hudson can really sling it. Casey can really sling it downfield. But they also can both get out of the pocket and hurt you with their legs. So they're both that dual threat that you really have to account for them, especially in the run game where they can pull it and stretch the field with their legs.
Cole, go ahead.
Brenden, you played at Oregon, you played at Arizona for a little bit, so you've seen PK's defense in the past. You've seen it live. What's been the biggest emphasis for you, and what's been the biggest emphasis that he's been trying to teach the defensive backs this year in the new system?
I think the biggest emphasis for myself, and I can speak on the behalf of the secondary, is communication, because it all starts in the back end. If we're wrong and they squirt one through the front line and the linebackers, we have to be up. We have to be back there to clean it up. And if we don't communicate and we're rolled down to the wrong side, that could be catastrophic and turn into a touchdown. And same thing in the passing game. We got to be on our P's and Q's and make sure we're communicating with the corners and the linebackers as well, making sure everyone's on the same page.
Chip, go ahead.
Brenden, what do you like most about this defense?
I love that in the secondary, we get to play pretty free once we're in the middle of the field. I know being at Oregon and playing against PK, they always have that deep safety, and he just, gets to roam the field and have fun. And with Coach TGO coming from Notre Dame, he's implicated some really cool coverages that I think will be beneficial with us, where we can just fly around and make a bunch of plays.
Bob, you're up.
Brenden, you had 4 picks your freshman year. Are you a better safety than you are a wide receiver? And what is maybe your best attribute as a safety?
I feel I'm more comfortable at safety. I mean, I like playing receiver as well. Once you kind of get in the groove of things, it's a really fun position to play. But I think I can really get deep and protect the deep ball at times, and also come down in the run game. I'm not really too afraid to come down and hit. So just flying in there, just making plays when I can.
Chuck, go ahead.
Just playing in the secondary. I mean, we've heard really good reviews about the defensive line and the havoc they're creating, especially in one of the scrimmages. I was just curious what you've seen from the defensive line and how they can make your job easier.
Oh yeah, those guys up front don't get enough credit, and also the linebackers. Those guys, this entire fall camp and even in our scrimmages, have been just creating havoc on the front line, and that frees up the linebackers when the D line's doing well, and when the linebackers are doing well, that frees up the secondary to come down and make easy tackles. So as long as we play together as a unit, we're going to be really good this year.
Nathan, you're up.
Hey Brenden, what's it been like playing under Coach Gideon, and has there been anything he's taught you that sort of stuck with you?
Yeah, playing under Blake is awesome. He's a great coach. Obviously was a great player here when he came through here. And I say the biggest thing that he teaches us every day is come in with a clean slate. Like, it doesn't matter what you did yesterday. It doesn't matter what you did 2 days ago or what you did last game. You have to come in and earn your spot every day and just come in with that same mentality. And again, I'm going to touch on it, is communication. We hit communication every day in practice. We have to talk back there. So as long as we keep doing that, we're going to make him proud.
Good time for the 2 last ones in queue. Go ahead, Cole.
Brennan, you've played wide receiver, so you've been able to see these wide receivers up close and personal, and you already know what they can do. Who's one or two guys that's really impressed you in camp that you expect to have a really breakout year?
I think X, the freshman who came in from California, has really surprised me. That kid can get moving, very fast, great ball skills, goes up. He's not afraid to go up and over the middle, and go catch a ball. And Joshua Moore, Jay Witt, those guys are always consistent with making big plays in our practices and making a secondary better as well.
Last one, Chip, you're up.
Hey, Brenden, what have you seen from BJ Foster this camp? What stood out?
Just how savvy he is. I think he's a very savvy safety. He's been playing safety here at Texas for a while. So I think with us old heads back there, we kind of work off each other pretty well. We could just look at each other and give each other a look, and we know who's rolling down. We know who's doing what. So I think having him back there gives me confidence as well to play free and know that the safety next to me is going to do his job.
Denzel, good afternoon. Thanks for being here. Hope you had a great practice. Can you share some insights into Coach Becton and how he's helped you raise your game and help you become more powerful, more mobile, and just improved your strength and helped you raise your playing ability?
Yeah, Coach Becton, the knowledge he has for the head guy is amazing. He's taught me so many things that I haven't known since I got here back in 2016. And, he's been working with me, specifically making sure my knees are okay, making sure I'm not straining my body, lifting too much. And it's helped me, I would say, as far as my conditioning and my skill set on the field. So I'm really appreciative of him. And we're still working even when the season starts. And it's really, my body feels great, actually. So the whole fall camp, I felt good, learning, being with Coach Becton, learning from him, and it's showing well on the field.
Chip, go ahead.
Denzel, I wondered if you could talk about your fellow super senior Tope Amade and what you're seeing from him. Obviously these coaches love the big bodies.
Oh, yeah. So Tope, he is my best friend, and he has definitely, stepped up as a leadership role. He's kind of been that guy that's ready to go when someone's down. So he's definitely, me and him have been working together, learning the plays this fall camp, just being there for each other. And a lot of people look up to him in the offensive lineman room, and I'm happy to work with him. He can play. He played tackle in the spring, and now he can kind of play both tackle and guard. So I'm really excited that he can do that, and I'm excited to get to work with him. But it's been fun.
Cole, you're up.
Denzel, just want to get your thoughts on Coach Flood overall. Guy comes from an NFL background, also has experience at Alabama. What has been the biggest emphasis that he's kind of put on you guys? And what's some new things that you're learning on the offensive line that maybe you didn't have last season?
With Coach Flood, it's all about consistency, really. Coming from Alabama, those guys were just, consistent with, their technique, their fundamentals. And that's the same thing he pushes on us. And me, Derek, Tope, and Jake, we always try to, Junior as well, we always try to simulate kind of what they did, winning a national championship. So I think it's working for us, and it's definitely challenging, but it's very, very, it's doing us well.
Bob, go ahead.
Denzel, I want to ask you this because you were here for the beginning of the Tom Herman era in 2017. What are some of the differences going into a season when it's a new head coach? And what do you see as the differences maybe from the way this program looked then to the way it looks now?
There's a lot that has changed compared to when Herman came in and when Sark came in. With Herman, it was about the same thing. Every coach comes in, tries to lay the foundation. And this one is just a little different from what we're used to. I don't know how they do it in the SEC, but Coach Sark came in and he really emphasized all gas, no brakes. That's exactly what it was from day one. So we definitely saw we had to adjust the schedule. We didn't practice the same time every day. So just like the games, one practice would be at night, one will be in the afternoon, one will be in the morning. That's how we practice. So we definitely had to adjust to that, and it took some time to get used to that. But we definitely was able to get used to it, and it worked for us really well.
Jeff, go ahead.
What do you gain from that? I remember Sark mentioning that a few weeks ago, how he's going to move the practice locations and the times around. How does that help?
It definitely helps because every environment is different. You know, if you go to Ames, Iowa, or if you go to Manhattan, Kansas, you know, every environment's different as far as just being cold, bad turf, or just, you know, the fans. So it's definitely helped us, you know, not get comfortable with, you know, being in the same stadium all the time. So it's definitely helped, and it's really a good way to just kind of know how the season will go.
Time for 3 last ones for Denzel. Matt, go ahead.
Hey, Denzel, I'm just curious if you've set any goals for yourself individually this year, and if there's any goals for the O-line as a unit as well.
Our goal is really just to be the best we can be every day. We try not to think about the future. We just take it one day at a time. Me personally, you know, I think I need to step up more as a leader, which I feel like I've done, but there's, you know, I'm still trying to aim for perfection. And all these years, I've never made you know, an All-American team, not even honorable mention. So I feel like that's something that I can definitely do. I just have to keep being consistent in my craft and get used to it. But yeah, we definitely just want to take one day, win every day, whether it's going to breakfast, going to class, practice. And then once you do that, you know, it'll all be on the table for you.
Chip, go ahead.
Denzel, speaking of the weight room, what lifts do this staff value the most? Who's the strongest guy on the team? And have you seen your new weight room?
So I have not seen the new weight room, actually. We just moved into the locker room yesterday, but I have not seen it yet. However, I would say with this staff, they're really big on Olympic lifts. So we do a lot of clean pulls, power cleans, front squat. So it's definitely, you know, helped us. Not as much, we don't do it every day, but a lot more emphasis on that as opposed to years prior. And one guy that I like to work out with for sure is Junior Angulo. That guy is he's just a different type of beast in the weight room and on the field. Strong man.
Last one, Cole, you're up.
Denzel, towards the end of the season, you guys put an emphasis on the running with Roshan and Bijan. And during that same time, Jake Majors came in and started at center. What have you seen from him in his development? And what do you think is his limit going into this new offense?
The guy is intelligent. He runs the offensive line. Even as a sophomore, you know, we always listen to him. He knows exactly what to do. You know, he picks up on stunts really quick, and he just reads the defense really well. And I think that's helped all of us on the line, Christian all the way to Derek. You know, I think most offensive linemen depend on their center to, you know, get them going and just knowing how the play is going to be run. And Jake, as a young guy, it's very impressive that he's catched on like that, similar to Shaq, how Zach did back in the day.